So I'm all set up now. After weeks of issues, I finally got this all set up. As you saw previously in the unboxing, there was a lot to get together, and then I had to tweak some things on the computer, but I gotta say, out of all the pens I've used between XP Pen and Wacom, this one has been pretty consistent. I haven't tried it with a lot of other programs like Clip Studio Paint just yet, but I've been using Corel Painter, and I gotta say, this feels like I'm drawing with paper. It's weird because I'm so used to the disconnect when you first use a pen tablet. There's this weird disconnect, like, oh, I'm not really connected, so I gotta draw around it. This feels like I'm drawing just on paper. I'm gonna tell you exactly how much this cost and everything. I was able to save some money too because I got a $100 coupon from Amazon. I think it's from all the issues I had with XP Pen. But I got this dial because this is not a touchscreen. I'm still mapping the buttons. So right here I have Control, which is Command on Apple, but it's going to be Control on my PC. So I have Command C, V, and Z because those are pretty important. The scroll wheel is very responsive. Like, it's actually controlling my YouTube right now. So it kind of works like an extra keyboard if you're not using the tablet. Setup was super easy as far as hardware goes. Software side, I gotta say it's a little wonky, but if you give it some patience, it took me about 20 minutes to get everything working. I got the drivers off Huion's website, and I gotta say, packaging and quality, this thing feels sturdy for a budget display. I went with the 22-inch because it was slightly cheaper than the 27-inch, and the Gen 3 allows you to just use USB-C. I don't have to use all the cables, so I can plug it right to the power adapter and right to the computer. Yeah, it's been a rough week. For those who haven't watched the previous videos, I originally had to send my iPad away. And so I started getting anxious, and the way that I've been dealing with a lot of my back issues, like right now I'm propped up by a bunch of pillows. I can't sit straight up, so I have to kind of lean. That's why the camera's kind of in this weird position. So the only thing I can really do is play video games, watch YouTube, and draw. And at night it's kind of hard to draw in the dark, so having a tablet was always my godsend at like 3 in the morning. The pain just doesn't let me sleep sometimes. So this allows me to draw, late into the night. It's huge, so it's going to be on my lap. Hopefully I can prop it up somehow. But anyways, going off on a tangent. So I got the Wacom Move Ink 14. I did a video on it. My impressions were kind of fast because I only had like 7 days to return it. So that same day I did my final thoughts, I had to ship it out. I really loved it. My biggest concern was the compatibility issue. I noticed that like certain programs just did not work right, and I think it all just comes down to the Android system. So I returned it, and stupid me thinking, okay, all these pen displays are probably just as good, now than they were before. XP Pen and Huion were way behind, companies like Wacom. So I got XP Pen. The reviews looked great. But then I got the XP Pen display 16 Gen 3 or third. They have it third. And it looked horrible. I mean, the screen just looked janky. You can see every pixel, and I'm not used to that. iPad is XDR display. The Mac is XDR display. So I'm used to seeing things crystal clear, and with my colorblind issues, those things won't work for me when I draw. And there was just a huge response lag. So I returned it, and because the reviews were great, I got the Magic pad from XP Pen, and that was just even worse. You would think with those kind of specs, 8 gigabytes of RAM 256 hard drive, and you know, Android 15. I was like, I'll just handle the hiccups, and then I'll have an extra drawing pad in case something ever happens to my iPad again. Boy, was I wrong. That thing was shot. It was horrible. And you know, I let XP Pen know. I'm like, I want to return this. And at first I thought it was going to be a quick return, but for some weird reason they told me that I had to pay a restocking fee and pay the shipping. So I'm like, okay, that's almost $80 right there, and I paid $400 for it. So got into a huge argument via email, as much as you can argue over email, and they wouldn't budge. So I made that video previously about, you know, don't buy XP Pen. So I was really trepidatious about going to another brand. But, you know, I looked up reviews for Huion from artists, not just, you know, people who use it, you know, as a hobby or, you know, video editors or whatever. I asked artists, and I looked for reviews online, and the consensus was that Huion has really stepped up their game, and I can agree. This thing response is almost milliseconds. It feels like I'm drawing on paper. So yeah, that's been my nightmare situation. And because I'm disabled right now, more disabled than I was before, because before I can actually walk. Now walking's hard. Sitting is really hard. So you see me swaying a lot. So, you know, having something to draw with, and, you know, having something shipped to me, and I know that I can return this if there's any issues. And I made sure there was, you know, warranty and customer service that'll take it back if need be. So I'm really happy with my first, you know, kind of run through with it. I'll let you know further down if I really enjoyed it and any hiccups that I ran into. I'm gonna just show a quick shot of me kind of sketching on this thing. That way you guys can see how responsive it is. There is going to be a lag because this runs at 90 hertz and I record at 60 frames per second. So it's going to look like it's laggy, but on my end, it's very, very crystal clear and responsive. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry for involving you guys in this weird mess, because like I said, I had original videos lined up for the 16 third from XP Pen and the Magic Drawing Pad, and I had to scrap those. So this one's going to be more in depth. I want to try every program I have on my computer, including Lightroom. Even though I don't have like the full version anymore, I have like the trial version because Adobe is crazy expensive. So yeah, I'm going to show you how this looks, and definitely recommend so far. Just remember, so far. But yeah, I'll leave you with a sketch. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe, and leave a comment and let me know if you've tried this or if you've tried something comparable that you could recommend to other artists, because at this point I'm kind of tired of having my mom or my wife drop stuff off at the post office for me, because yeah, waiting around is the hardest part. So yeah, I'm going to cut through to me drawing, and thank you so much for watching. Take care and keep it over at 9,000.
Say it louder, feel the moment, feel the power, bring the animal back to life, bring the energy one more time, if you feel like letting go, you can take control, you can turn this all to something beautiful, where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder.